item ags. But yeah, he opted for it. He goes Grudge Bearer on the Ursa, so we'll see how this ends up, you know, paying off as we jump into game number 1 of GamerLegion versus Mouz. I think overall, Mouz definitely the favorites coming into this, but they have been struggling so far here in DreamLeague. We'll see if they can turn this around or if GamerLegion catches them by surprise with a 5-position Venomancer, a speed classic.
They have a really strong level 1. I hope to see them smoke, if not for a level 1 bounty rune, perhaps to kill the Enigma at level 1. That could be one way you help the Ursa deal with that lane, right? You wait for it to happen, and then you've got Tusk and Venomancer, some of the strongest level 1 heroes.
30 seconds to battle.
Boom knows. He's like, yeah, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to body block. I am not going out to a rune.
Yeah, I wasn't joking. He literally cannot ever get near the tier 1 tower. He needs the creep wave to be back pretty heavily. So yeah, he'll do the Eidolon summon and just like try and block the creep wave as fast as possible. This does mean they're probably gonna get 3 runes here on the side of GamerLegion, maybe. Fade goes in, gets the stun. Yep. So 3 runes, not bad. We'll see if this body block ends up working for the Enigma.
He's kind of messed it up. Not to like call attention to it, but this is not the greatest block. He still has half the creep though, half the creep wave. So the first wave will not be as far back as it could be, but due to the split, it will eventually push out. So now you just need Nyx and or the Eidolons to body block, and you'll eventually be in a good position.
Mid lane, Storm Spirit versus Queen of Pain. It's a pretty straightforward lane. We've seen this many times now. I think overall, it's supposed to be like Queen of Pain favored for the first like 3 or 4 levels. After that, it's just Storm Spirit pushes the lane just as fast as the Queen of Pain does, so it doesn't really matter. And then you're looking at, you know, the level 6s mostly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Got creep dragging going on top side, just like we expected, because Jakiro and Abaddon would be doing pretty well versus the Centaur otherwise. Bottom lane, you don't need to creep drag as much because the Enigma is good at denying, so they're just kind of maintaining the creep wave in the back. Small Camp was, of course, body blocked.
Let's take a look at this bottom lane and see where, well, I say that Bignum's actually taking a pretty good amount of damage top thanks to the level 2 pickup there of Celery. Does manage to block the hard camp though, so no pulling. How's the bottom lane going?
As expected, I mean, Enigma is picking up some denies here. Ursa's still farming all right, but I think especially as you hit level 3 on the Enigma, you get level 2 Eidolons. It gets a lot harder. Ooh, Speed keeping his courier alive. He's in a...
Did he gale the Nyx just so the courier did that? Is that what happened there?
The Nyx.
The Ursa's courier is also hiding around here somewhere.
These guys care about their couriers, doing the micro around the tower.
We do have the 3-minute Lotuses coming up. Fade looking pretty healthy, like he wants to contest this. Chrysalis here as well. Celery, however, on the Jakiro might be the deciding factor. Ooh, they do manage to make it inside the Lotus. Someone picked it up. I don't know who, but actually got this
in time.
Okay. That's just a really nice kill. Goes the way of Fade. First blood for his Centaur. That's huge.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be the one getting kills in this lane, but they managed to chain stun enough to kill off the Abaddon before he can get the shield out. With that said, Fade may have stuck around a little too long, and a shield proc from Chrysalis ends up killing him. So Yeah, it kind of just balanced it out again. That was a little greedy to stick around that low.
Nice scouting there from the
think they
Storm
probably
Spirit,
should've
trying to find
swapped.
the ward mid.
He wanted to stay while Tusk did the creep drag, but for his amount of health, I think you let Tusk be in the lane and you do your own creep drag, and then you heal up behind the tower while you manage the wave.
Speed doing exactly kind of what I expected in this lane. He's actually doing a good job at making space for this Ursa, and Ursa's farming perfectly fine against a lane that, like we said, this is a traditional hard counter. There's going to be the Gale, and as soon as it's up, they will run down Boom. They get the kill, goes to Yamsun, and that is a great rotation from him.
I thought they might do that at the start of the game, but it's effective anytime, really. You know, as long as you can kill this Enigma, it's going to be worth your time. Every time he's gone, it finally gives Ursa space to farm. I say, but he's actually doing pretty well. 30 last hits versus an Enigma. Even though Enigma's got some denies, like, that's a lot better than I expected.
I mean, it's the benefit of a strong 5 versus a weak 4, right? I think that is the big difference here. Like, Nyx is kind of just running around trying to block the camps and prevent the Venomancer from pulling. But the wave has not been really super far back. Like, it's been mostly on the Radiant side versus being on the Dire side, and I think that's really important for them. Level 6 on RCY, they really wanted to try and punish the mid lane Storm Spirit before he gets that ball lightning up.
RCY focusing on denies as well so that mid one will not hit 6 before the rune spawn. Mid one's trying to jungle in time to get it, but just short. Needs 29 more XP.
Yeah, they're still gonna have to roll the dice here and see who gets it. Nice sidestep. He gets a bottled invis. This should be a kill on Yamish. The tag team, beautiful shard trap. One more auto attack. Oh, one more evade. One more auto attack. One of these are gonna hit. Big Num will be forced to secure the kill. I think he's okay with it.
I didn't even have to use Sonic Wave for that kill, so I imagine Queen of Pain might shove in this lane and then go look around the map, especially with that 7-minute Wisdom Shrine coming up. He's gonna have to get moving though if he's gonna make it there in time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What?
It looks like they're bringing the numbers. Storm Spirit should TP in for this. Yeah, he's already TPing in. They see the Venomancer behind the tower. He gets the Gale, hits Yamich. Big Num comes in, doesn't actually get the snowball off. Instead, hits a Spike Carapace. They do manage to find one kill. Big Num will give up a second. So it's a 2-for-1. They should be able to secure the Wisdom Shrines here. On the other side, though... Hold on. Hold on. Does Yamsun get this? He gets it and the Shrine? Oh my god, he gets it and the Shrine.
Now he just needs to get out of here. Mid one's got zip, though. I think he's dead for this.
Yeah. I mean... He's got...
Dude, he's got like 26 damage from Grudge Bear. What do you think about that?
I think... it's the worst facet. One of the worst.
It actually was on 26. It was like 10 damage because some of it's from his boost. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. But he makes it out alive, actually. It's crazy.
The fact he lives is huge. Yeah.
I'm surprised they couldn't... I guess you don't know exactly where he's standing, so they didn't want to do like the full send zip, but... that means Yamsun gets away with murder there. Literal murder. Oh, does not dodge the dagger and use the chunk of mana. You're going to take a beating for this one.
Well, Stampede does come out as they're looking to dive the mid lane. Big Sonic Wave. Mid one's got no mana to get him out of this one as they will dive, take down the Jakiro. And we are looking at some early aggression coming up from GamerLegion. RCY gets a shield rune. That's looking good.
Oh, just a little slow on the zip. Or part of it is just because Queen of Pain was close, right? I mean, with human reaction times, it's tough. And then RCY has Sonic Wave here. He's had a couple instances where he could have used it, but he was patient because he knew he could get kills without it. Sometimes it's okay to just drop the ult, but if you know you don't need it, you
gosh.
can save it for an opportunity like that.
Boom, in trouble. Yamsen's just gonna go in, pop the Enrage, immediately dispels the Malefice, and will just try to run down the Enigma. The Black Hole does catch him. It's up to speed to bail him out. Where's your Grudge Bear? How much damage does he have? All right, I want to see.
I didn't make it in time to check it out.
Okay. Oh, Ursa's back, looking for Yamich. One more auto attack. I mean, these Van Answer wards are causing so much havoc here. There's 6 of them. Just beating him down through the whole fight.
Speed is rich.
He's level 5, man. Almost level 6. I mean, part of this is the double wisdom shrines that they got, but also the fact that he's been involved in a lot of kills. RCY. Aggressive positioning there, but he does get the blink away.
Speed's thinking about going over. He does have his ultimate, though not a lot of mana to work. Oh, there he goes. He's got enough mana to work with.
They are absolutely going in. Snowball in from the tusk. He's alone. The rest of the team was like, bro, we are not there yet. Not quite there yet.
Some of that is that Speed had to go meet his arcane boots to have enough mana for the fight, but because of that, he's walking in the opposite direction. So as the snowball goes in, no one's close enough to jump in. It's a good idea, but just a few seconds of, you know, a lot of things going on, and maybe it's not communicated fast enough. So one guy goes in, one guy's like delaying a little bit, and you're gonna give a free tusk kill.
Okay, we're back.
I guess you gave it forced some rotations, you know, we'll say. Fade farming pretty well up top now. He had a little bit of a rough start, but has his Helm of the Dominator. What we've seen a lot of the times now is that you use the Dominator to just drag creep waves to you while you jungle up.
Oh, really good catch from Yamich. Mid lane's gonna punish RCY. Gets the blink. Big Num nearby here with the snowball as well.
His middle tower is under attack.
Oh my goodness, that was. Does he not have Vortex on the Storm Spirit? He does. Okay, it's a little bit of a misplay. He could have gotten the Vortex. I don't know if it would be enough to kill him, but it would have been close. He's also not having the greatest game, so I think he's playing a little bit safer.
Yeah, it's a rough time for him. He's got 2 galvanized stacks right now, and if you slip up and you give those away, like, your game is just even sadder, right? So opting for a little bit safer approach, jungle to try to catch up.
Stomp top lane, trying to get the ult out of Chrysalis. He hasn't leveled it yet, but with the rotation now in from mid one, Fade in some trouble, but here comes the Ursa. Stampede does manage to go off. Chrysalis will get the borrowed time as Yamsun is looking to finish the job, and this is the Ursa matchup that I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, mid one has 0 mana. Literally 0 mana.
That's scouted by the Stampede, or the Centaur.
Jakiro's like, yeah, later, bud. I'm not helping you here. You're dead. A 2-for-1? Do you manage? Just go ahead.
Another chance where he could have just sent the Sonic Wave, but he knows, like, I've got this. He's got no mana. It sounds obvious when you state it out, but to keep aware of it in the middle of this fight is it's a really good showing from RCY. Like, we've been really impressed with how well he's been playing in the games. Even if they haven't been winning all their series, we feel like he's been doing really well.
It's a really sick rotation from Yamsun through the gate, and you know, he gets the borrowed time off, but he's already built up a bunch of Fury Swipe stacks, so he just kind of waits it out. Easy kill to finish off the Abaddon after that, and there you go. Like you said, RCY holding that Sonic Wave, making sure it's available for when he really needs it.
I'm not sure if that fight would have been possible without 10 extra damage on Grudge Bearer either.
You think so? Wow. Yeah, probably.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
I literally will never understand why anyone picks this facet until, like I said, it is the ultimate. It is a way better late game facet because you have like Ags and the Shard and you're level 25, so you have like super high uptime on Enrage. But outside of that, it feels really bad.
I mean, with that said, I think this is an Ags game, right? Because of the black hole piercing BKB, Yamsun might even opt to just go like blink Ags. And then if you get caught by an Invis Nick stun, if you get caught by Black Hole, like whatever it may be, you pop the ult and all the uncontrollable damage that comes out, especially from like Macro Pyre and eventually like Midnight Pulse, Abaddon working on the Radiance. You know, I could see it. I'm gonna try to keep my eye on how much damage he ends up picking up in some of these fights. It is
The black-
5% of what you absorb.
I don't know, something like that. The Black Hole is one of the things that he still won't be able to use it through because it still applies a silence, but everything else, like you said, the Nyx Assassin stun, I think is the big one coming out of Vendetta. That's like going to be their way of maybe surprising him in the mid game. But I'm just trying to figure out when he gets the Aghanim Scepter. Like, what's his item progression going to be like? Because you definitely want the Battle Fury, you want the Blink Dagger, you want the BKB. Is it after that?
Maybe get
the Basher.
Basher, yeah, throwing that out there.
Dire's bottom tower is under
A little bit of an invade going here, making good use of the Plague Wards to scout out any heroes that might be on their way. You've also got Stampede again, so as long as you're not getting caught by Black Hole, you can zip out. And they don't even have Black Hole yet, so that's part of why you know you can do this. Here comes Damage.
Vendetta. Spike Carapace into the attack will stun him. All right, they just got the Malphus. They drop everything on him. Fade doesn't manage to get an opportunity to use that Stampede. And, well, Speed, I mean, he's doing a lot of damage here on the Veno, but doesn't really have any backup quite yet.
It's split to everyone. I'm not sure Mouz can fight this, actually, because of the...
How much damage the ult does.
Yeah, the Noxious Plague damage.
If he
That was just a pick off, so we don't get a fight recap, but if I had to guess, I think Speed did the most in that. Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,800 damage. Gale and ult, yeah.
Yamson heading into the Roche pit. We don't always see this. It used to be the thing that like Ursas would do all the time. It dropped off a little bit, but when you have the Helm of the Dominator to help tank up for you, and then here comes the Tusk to do a little bit more with the tag team. You know, why not steal it away from the side of Mouz? Well, I don't even know if it's called stealing it because they are not that good at doing Roche.
Yeah, I mean, just getting it super early, though, is going to pay off. Bottom lane, they're looking to go on top of Speed. Nice pull back. Does have the Gale. If he can get the cast off, it'll be close, though. Does manage to throw it. Tries to block them in, but there's no real help coming his way, so... They get a really big kill. Speed was worth a ton of gold. That's 400 for the Nyx Assassin.
I'm a little surprised they even stampeded for him. They really didn't want him to die.
Yeah.
Oh, Yamson run into all these creeps that are low health. Oh, the Enigma. All the Enigma Eidolons and the Helm Dom creep.
Tusk
kill?
Certainly dead here. Yeah. That's the whole team on the top side of the map here. They really want to try and get a tower and open up this top side of the map. Also, getting it, preventing their ability to kind of TP up here for the 20-minute wisdom, or for the Tormentor is a big deal. And Chrysalis has his Radiance working towards his Blink Dagger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What do they need to do here on GamerLegion to use this Aegis? Like, what are they waiting for?
You got 3.5 minutes left on it, and I see he is queuing up the Basher. Has 1,600 gold saved towards it. If you want to wait for that, you could, but in front of your own tier 1 tower, I think you can take this fight. Blade Mail reflects.
Yeah, it's a really nice Walrus punch. It barely gives RCY the space to get out of here. He almost gets the Sonic Wave to try and find the Storm Spirit, who is low on mana, but Boom is just getting completely destroyed by Yamsun. Ultimate immediately popped here from Chrysalis, trying to get the kill, a return at least onto the Tusk, but he does not have the blink. He can't get away, at least not yet. We'll see if they can close the gap. RCY turning his attention back towards this carry Abaddon. Blood Grenade's off the mark, but there it is. Yamsun blinks in aggressively. Stomp not quite there, but just needs one more auto attack, and that'll do it.
was,
Yamsung,
not the black
wicked
hole
pick.
Mouz needed to win that fight.
I didn't even see it. Where was it?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
We're gonna replay
That
in a
good?
moment here. He has the blink, and if you buy blink,
Oh!
he saw the snowball come out and wanted to cancel, but it wasn't. He didn't press it fast enough. And then once that happens, you're kind of cooked. You know, like you need the black hole to get a kill or two so you can take the rest of the fight. Otherwise, this Ursa just has too much freedom to go target to target. Unfortunately, I missed how much grudge bearer damage there was.
Yeah, I can see Sabaton becoming an issue as we continue in this game. Like, he definitely is a scary hero, and they don't have great lockdown for him. So there might become a period where like Chrysalis is just kind of clapping some of the heroes on the side of GamerLegion, but the net worth is pretty substantial, 7K now, and if they continue to push that, it may not end up mattering what the Abaddon can do.
They know Boom's down here somewhere. Oh, barely missing him at night. They're looking around. Find Boom bottom. He is dead. Another kill for Yamson.
How much? Oh, he's got 1 grudge bearer damage. Do you see that? 1 damage.
Man.
It's massive.
Oh, ping's mid. They want damage.
Ooh. He got the blade mail off. You can't do this anymore. Mid 1 is so low. Yamich in a pretty rough spot as well. Sonic Wave manages to get the kill. RCY continuing to dance around the fight here with this Arcane Rune, and he's doing so much work. Ice Path, not really gonna do a whole lot. It's 4 heroes dead on Mouz. It's Chrysalis, the only survivor, but for how long? 1v5. I don't think he's got much of a chance. That's a triple kill for Yamsun. That is one heck of an Arcane Rune pickup.
Yamson is 12-0-3 now. Yeah, so starting with that Enigma fight, you know, you think you have space. Okay, we lost Enigma. We got to find something else somewhere. Ursa immediately TP's over, so he's already in this fight as well. And once you use the Nyx ult and you don't get the kill, you don't feel great, right? They're just trying to get out at this point, thinking they can get RCY, but with that Arcane Blink, he's just moving around. They cannot keep on target since Nyx is dead, Storm is dead. You just don't have the crowd control after that. Just giving the 5-man escort to the grave for Chrysalis here.
Yeah, they're looking real strong. And as expected, they take the Tormentor. Ursa able to do that by himself. That shard goes to Speed, who is now past the Storm Spirit and net worth. He gets his Basher. Speed's shard is also quite good. Like, that's the thing. Like, the Venomancer shard is not bad.
Yeah, getting a stun on Abaddon especially. Abaddon can't help but dispel himself all the time. So you will now
any of his allies?
Yeah, you will now stun yourself or allies that you're trying to help out with your shield. It's generally still worth it to remove the Venomous Gale for how long it lasts and how strong the slow is, but it is annoying and it's something you've got to be careful about.
22 minutes. Fire Rune coming. Yamich trying to help mid 1 get this, but
Unlucky.
Walrus Punch, blink in, snowball. He instantly dies. Big Macropyre stun. The black hole onto 3. This is everything you need, but the Ursa's still alive. The enrage comes out. The pipe from Fade just tops everybody off, and Chrysalis just watching from afar. Nothing he can do to help his team there.
I'll have you know, Yamson had a whole whopping 2 bonus damage from Grudge Bear. he didn't enrage in time because he got stunned first from Nyx. So the initiation is great. It's an amazing black hole, but when you are 15K down at 22 minutes, unfortunately, that's not enough. You just needed a bit more damage from the team. The team was kind of dead by the time the black hole came out.
You're not only are you lacking damage, but they've itemized so well on GamerLegion. Not only do you have the pipe on the Centaur, but you have Solar Crest and a Glimmer on the Venomancer. So every time you think you're close to killing someone, they're getting tons of barriers. They're getting like 1,000 health worth of barriers added on top of them.
It's now 20K. It was not on my bingo card, and I dare say anybody watching's bingo card that GamerLegion would approach 1K advantage over Mouz. 1K per minute.
Oh god. He has to ult. Wait! The ult dispelled the ult dispelled
himself.
The ult dispelled the venomous gale and stunned him.
I hadn't thought of that one. One in my mind was like you dispel the Enigma in the middle of Black Hole and you stun him.
Way.
Oh,
that is crazy to me. With this, RCY will continue to chase down the Enigma. Celery is in trouble as well. That is one of the... I mean, that has to be one of the most ridiculous instances of the Venomous Gale Shard. I was trying to figure out, I was like, oh yeah, he just TP's out, but the Shard actually procs and stuns him.
I think you're getting a Tusk, but it's just bait for Yamson to get in there. Right there. Self-stun. Very unfortunate. There's no way to turn your own ultimate off. So...
I mean, he survives, right? But it ends up baiting in his team a little bit. Really good Sonic Wave from RCY to push them back here.
But yeah, the team pays the price, right? They only go in because he needed help, because he self-stunned. If that wasn't the case, then they would have just left him. And in hindsight, maybe you do anyways. Like, I think you need farm. The issue with going back, you save Crystalist, but he can't farm, right? He still has to go back to the base. I kind of think you let him die while you farm wherever else you are.
I just looked at the net worth.
Yeah, right? This is...
Look at the Venomancer, dude.
GamerLegion is doing this to Mouz. What an upset.
Wow. I mean, he almost has Guardian Greaves on this Venomancer.
This is why you gotta respect ya boy Speed and his Venomancer.
Yeah, you definitely do. Mid one, taking a lot of damage here. Playing on the edge of his mana pool. Big Sonic Wave connects. It's actually enough. A blind Sonic Wave will kill him in the fountain.
You wouldn't believe it because he's a US citizen, but RCY's
game.
math on point right there. Knew exactly how much damage to be done there.
Fade happens to find a bat in here in the jungle. And with Yamsun coming through, he has an Abyssal Blade. You are not escaping, and Yamsun will very easily... Oh, Croaker. Oh! All right. Hold up.
Pollywogs are huge Mouz fans.
All right, Fade knows exactly
where
he's
going. He needs another one more for the Ancients. Yeah, we got any frogs following the bear? Nope.
I feel like it's only public games. I haven't seen any in these...
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
In the lobbies. Oh, Yamich? He knows. He's like, something's going on here.
Why can you do this, by the way? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's wild.
Scuttle's cool.
It is cool. It's just a little confusing why you can get up there when no one is meant to be able to get up there. I suppose you can argue like other terrain is also that way, but...
Roach number 2.
Yeah, Mitch, please. Mid one needs that farm.
He saw that, right? He just walks up. He's like, I'll take the creep. Speaking of mid one, blink, stomp, silence, so low. We'll be able to get away for now, but yeah, yep, that's looking rough. If he Sonic Waves there, he's dead for sure, but Ursa about to have his Aghanim Scepter, finally getting to that timing like we talked about.
All right, I'm only gonna watch Ursa. Surely he will pick up at least 20 damage from Grudge Bearer. I'm on Ursa duty.
Yeah. All right, thank you. I need to know how good this facet is. Whether or not it's better than having like increased like Fury Swipes, duration, slow duration, stun duration, like everything. Yeah. You know,
I think in total, 28 minutes in the game, an admittedly one-sided game, so he hasn't really had to use it all that often. He's probably had less than 100 bonus damage combined. I would like to see him jump into a black hole. Like, the black hole is down, and then he enrages and hops in for the damage.
He's like, haha, I've got you right where I want you. They have plenty of time left on the Aegis here.
RCY with the gem just de-warding as he goes, so you're really playing in the dark here on Mouz.
Blink, stomp, going for the TP out. He should make it.
Dude, if only Abaddon was there to do the funniest thing imaginable.
Just instantly stun the Nyx.
Some of the dark thoughts, the intrusive thoughts come in. You're like, well, I mean, I could. We're kind of already losing. It'd be pretty funny.
We do it for the memes.
We do a little trolling. Turn help
Dude,
off.
the Centaur actually catches him as he's trying to TP out. Stomp number 1. See if they can chase. Oh, yeah, good juke. Good juke there from the Storm Spirit, yeah. And this is the thing, it's like they have to force him away if they want to keep this lane pushing, because they need to get some waves to their tower. All the tier 2s are done, but it's gonna be a smoke from Mouz, seeing what they can find. They've done a good job at delaying, you know, anything that they could accomplish with the Aegis. Oh, they found Storm, I think. Yeah, he will back away. Bottom lane though, Queen of Pain in trouble. Stampede's gonna come through. I can't stun her. Oh, first hit fast from Yamsun, just one shots mid one. I don't know what's going on down on the other side of the map, but we saw an Ursa first hit bash the Storm Spirit.
It's all right, some sick RNG. The bottom fight, I got distracted from my Ursa duty. I was looking at that fight. The Stampede, Nyx was trying to stun Queen of Pain, and then she was just running with the Stampede, and he couldn't get the stun. The goal was stun her with Nyx, probably Black Hole, and then use the Abaddon Manta that just finished to kill her in that time. But they just never are able to connect any of the abilities, and as you can see, now GamerLegion takes your tier 3 in the mid lane. 30k gold lead at 31 minutes. This is wild.
Yeah, this game likely over for the side of Mouz. I mean, they might be able to pull some like crazy black hole play, but it's a tall order. You're playing into an Ursa who has the Aghanim Scepter. You have the Ags on Fades, Centaur as well. So actually killing heroes is going to be incredibly difficult. You know, who would win? A black hole or a like cart made of wood? Hard decision. You know, no one really knows the answer to those. And his ult forced on Chrysalis immediately. So 60 seconds now without the borrowed time.
Fade has the workhorse that we saw earlier. He's also got an Aether lens now. So his goal is to just pick people out of the black hole, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
I feel that one should actually be nerfed because we've removed other instances of that working. I can only think of like Swap working with that and Punch Hook, I guess. Which, yeah, debatable if that should happen.
I mean, you know, that
gobble up, I guess another.
Yeah, the cart is just made of the strongest wood in the universe. That's all it is. That's how it survived.
The world tree is in that cart. You've been wondering where Tree and Protector is in the meta.
Ursa was thinking of coming bottom to like try and push, but I think his team was like, can we just end the game, actually? How do we feel about ending the game? He's going Wind Waker, actually. He almost has it. Bottom lane, they are really hunting. RCY will find Yamich eventually. Up on the high ground, trying to TP. Oh, okay, that is funny. The scuttle ends at the perfect time to actually dodge the Sonic Wave, but they have found Chrysalis. Another borrowed time. But for how long? Yule's there. That's probably going to spell disaster. Into the Abyssal Blade, the Chain Stun in from the Snowball. Yamsun, godlike. What does he have, like 15-0? What is the skill score for him?
20-0.
20-0. Okay, that's pretty good.
20-0-6 and 2 bonus damage during the Earth Shock
God, I
and
love
Rage
that facet.
getting affected by Radiance.
Mid one just trying to scout Roshan, like just to give them some sort of information and know if GamerLegion. Wait, Roshan can't even be up yet. They just expired. He's just hiding. It's like they'll never check this area.
Dude, I'd be scared too. It's a 20-0
Last Roche
Ursa on the
banner.
map.
Yeah. This is the last Roche banner. With this, should be mega creeps going the way of GamerLegion here shortly.
This is our NA team. This looks like an NA qual where they stomp the random open stack team,
Dire's bottom tower
but it's
Yeah.
Mouz.
Yeah, it's wild. This is, again, I felt like their draft was on point.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Like the Ursa pick was so sick when they got it, and I just don't think Mouz
He's
has a
got
really
one
good
bonus
way of
damage,
dealing
2,
with it.
3, 4.
This
It's
guy's
racking
huge.
up, Ricky.
It's huge.
I can't believe all those spells is 4 damage. So little.
This is the thing I don't understand about Grudge Bear is like it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, okay,
you have to-
when you ask Yamson why he goes for this, there's no way he thought, well, yeah, we're gonna pick up a 35k gold lead and I'm never gonna have to enrage.
Oh, there's the black hole. Sonic
got
Wave
4 damage.
pushes him into no man's land, but no one's really dying on GamerLegion. Boom, on the run, gets bashed up, brought down by Yamson. He's going one target to the next. GG comes out in an absolute massacre from GamerLegion. What in the world did we just witness? Yamson, like 22-0. Fun game.
All right, from the let's start with the clearer lanes.
Yeah, go ahead,
The
fill me
bottom
in.
lane is the most. The bottom lane is the most standard. We got the Dragonite carry with the Undying hard support. It's been nerfed, so it's not as good, but it still does a lot of the same stuff, which is really bully out the lane, which you're going to be playing against a Mars and a Jakiro. Slow heroes, especially the Jakiro. So you can easily build up the decay stacks. Tombstone is actually kind of easy for Jakiro to kill if he's close enough. If not, he struggles to get away from the zombies and to get to the Tombstone. So that'll be a little bit execution based. All the other lanes are a little wacky. Top lane with the Brood off lane was done in the past. I think it'll be okay for Brood, except for the fact that there's a Chen, and that makes it quite tough.
I think like
Although, he took the potato creep, so
yeah, I was
weaker
gonna say
Chen.
he took Hellbear, so I think he's just aiming at farming. Like the Speed's just gonna try and do what he did last game and out farm the entire enemy team.
The battle
No, I'm not really sure.
begins.
It'll kind of mix things up a little bit.
He knows he needs to be the aura
on
builder,
the
and if you're gonna build those big auras, you need to farm up enough. Plus, it's not like Broodmother plays the lane with mana, so even if you burned her mana, it's not that important. Wind Ranger, you'd kind of like to remove her mana, but at the same time, she'll just constantly poke you with 61 base damage, so she can still do a lot without mana. Do we even look at the side lanes? Do we just watch mid?
If we look away from mid, I'm rioting.
Everybody lock in. We're here to see how this goes, which currently RTY has 4 last hits and he's running down mid one.
Yeah, he's gonna orb walk him with the.
4 stacks.
Did he get a
Can we get a
fifth?
5th stack? Wait, he did cut. What?
Okay, no, he will not. All right, bottom lane Fade already struggling a little bit here against the Undying, which is expected. Like very strong lane in these first few levels. Same with the Dragon Knight. Mars is just going to be going for some bracers, lots of regen. He knows he's in for a rough lane, so we'll see what Big Num can do to try and offset it. The level 2 on the Jakiro is kind of the big deal.
Can you remove Menace? I never notice. Is Menace...
The attack debuff he applies?
Yeah, I assume that one is dispellable.
I mean, it doesn't say it's undispellable, right?
But it doesn't say it isn't. Don't worry, my eyes are glued mid. I can't look away.
Yeah, please let me know if you see him remove it with like a cauterizer or something.
It's like when you can't look away from an accident or something. It's like this morbid curiosity. I gotta see who's right, who's left in this lane.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
For now, Shadow Demon doing all right. It's you know, better than expected.
I mean, Huskar hasn't killed him yet, so I'll take it. You know, this is Huskar got level 3. This is usually when lanes start going really bad for the enemy mid laners, but mid one is just constantly keeping the Shadow Poison spam up. If RCY is playing this, I'm sure he's rushing boots. Yep, there they are. Okay. I was like, the moment he has boots, yeah, he can really start to dodge the Shadow Poisons and play more aggressive.
I think mid one knows that as well, though. He's holding one of his skill points. So he has 2 points in Shadow Poison. If he gets gone on, he'll take Disruption, use it to build some distance. Huskar could maybe grab Silence later.
Tombstone down, quickly cleaned up by Big Num. First blood, it goes to the Jakiro. The question is, okay, I was like, the question is, can he get out? No, Breathe Fire from Chrysalis. We'll secure it. It's a 1-for-1.
That's the value of the double hit. Ooh, boom. That was scary.
That was very close. That last auto attack almost gets the kill.
Can you stay
Airblade
here
is crushing CS. This I didn't even realize
milk?
Brood is nowhere to be found on the CS charts right now.
Terrorblade does have really good animations. Plus, you get the extra help with the Chen. That's the part I wasn't so sure on. I think Brood on her own is kind of fine because you take damage, but then you use your Q to just heal up. You keep playing the lane. But with the extra damage from Chen, it's apparently proving to be a bit much for Brood to deal with.
Yeah, Yamsun just denied 3 creeps under the tower, so not a good sign.
It feels bad. Brood is a hero, though, that you just need to get to level 6, and then you will catch up. It's very difficult to stop her, even when you pick counters, just how fast these fighters can farm. So that's ultimately the game plan top. I'm not sure what Wind Ranger does in the meantime. Like, do you gank for Shadow Demon? I'm not really sure.
Dire's middle tower.
Mid one trying to build up 5 stacks in the mid lane. RCY, I think, should be fine with his... He's got 3 points in Berserker's Blood. Oh, that was kind of close. He got kind of low there. I guess something to be aware of for RCY.
I mean, it's going well. It's kind of like playing with a Zeus, except he has disruption, so he can't just get ran at, right? Like, you just sit back, throw spells, the wave's gonna die.
He is being denied a lot, though. It's starting to ramp up for RCY.
Yeah. That
Just a
level
reminder,
6 might be the decider.
Wind Ranger does have Kill Shot.
Yeah.
So that will be pretty good to have versus the Huskar, who usually floats around at low health, and it's hard to finish the job. Do manage to finish the job on the Jakiro here, and that's going to free up Celery, maybe head to that mid lane. I think you do need to get a good rune for the Shadow Demon. I assume. Shadow Demon mid, not that common. Believe it or not.
What are you talking about? Are you telling me you don't know how Shadow Demon mid's supposed to be played?
I did have a recent Shadow Demon mid in my game. He went Blade Mail Heart, Blink first, would disseminate, Blade Mail, jump in.
That is...
Do you think RCY...
Like what I've seen as well.
Do you think he would fall for that? Do you think he would hit the Blade Mail, disseminate, Heart, Shadow Demon mid enough times to die?
I think RCY will also go Blade Mail and just do the same thing. They'll just who dies first, you know?
Can do this all day. Let's go.
Fade getting a little bit of solo time bottom against this Dragon Knight, or there's just not much he can do about it. A lot of heroes coming mid, right? Like, this mid lane is so volatile where it's like, if one of these two die, it could swing back pretty heavily. They actually scan deep back to see if he's backing on the Shadow Demon, and so I think he knows that he is.
There's a lot of stacks in the Radiant Triangle, which they were trying to scout out. They had an observer. It's been dewarded, but they know this exists, so they would love to steal it. Mid Shadow Demon coming in for the gank.
That's the Demonic Purge. I mean, Ice Path off the mark. They might get this kill, but you also might just lose your tower. Tombstone down. They get it very quickly. Big Num is burning here in this fight, but that's a fairly good-sized rotation. We'll see if they can get anything more with this. Boom is still level 4. That tower, it's just dead. They still get what they want on the side of GamerLegion. Yeah. Bottom lane, Arena is out. They have found the Dragon Knight. They pin him back. In comes that dead Jakiro. A little bit of revenge there. So they end up on the good side of that trade on GamerLegion.
Superior Dragon. Yeah, with the the Shadow Purge, it is, or Demonic Purge, it is hard to get out, especially when you're already a slow hero like Jakiro. It's really not that big of a kill though, and you know, Jameson did feel free to just hit the tower while all that was going on. In the meantime, during this play we were watching in the replay, Shadow Demon was securing the stacks. Yeah, here we are. So we finished the hard camp stack, now getting to work on the Ancient. It does take a while, but since Shadow Poison can hit everything, you can get through the stack no matter how large it is. It just takes a lot of time. But with that, he'll have level
also
7.
Enormous
so
regen rune.
Shadow Poison. Yeah, massive.
That is the most value regen rune we're going to see this game.
Okay, one more.
Right. I mean, he's farmed.
All right, he's got Demonic
I don't know
Purge
where
again.
he's going to go with this. But he's got farm.
He's got farm. All right, he's queuing up in Ags. The Demonic Purge break is pretty good, especially versus the Huskar, I think is where you're imagining to use it. And then the charges as well, because you don't want to be this mid hero who can only use your ability on one hero, and otherwise you're not allowed to use it. So having a second charge frees you up to kill someone else, and then still have another charge ready for the Huskar whenever you do ultimately need it.
RCY has his armlet. We'll see what he wants to do. It might just be more farm for the Huskar hero, which honestly, Huskar, if he does just kind of sit back and farm, it's not that bad as long as he doesn't like fall behind. And with where he is on the net worth, I don't think he's falling behind anytime soon. I think he's pretty happy with how he's doing. The Dragon Knight had a quiet game so far, but he's also kind of free farming in the bottom side of the map.
Shadow Demon in trouble.
Arena spear. They just destroy the Shadow Demon so quickly. They know the Tombstone's down. That's another 125 gold very easily. Right into the hands of Fade, and with Yamsun coming mid, with Speed coming mid. This should just be a tower. Needs to be careful kill shot here. Okay, yeah, he's not gonna do it.
Well, he's not in threshold yet anyway, so I think it's he's just trying to clear out some of the creeps, but can't clear it out fast enough to save his tower. Believe it or not, this is actually a closer game than last time right now.
Oh god, true. It's looking good though for GamerLegion having 2 towers dead. That being said, Boom has finally made it to, you know, to his ultimate on the Broodmother. So despite him being really low on net worth right now, it's honestly just going to be a couple of minutes before he bypasses that of the Mars and maybe even the Shadow Demon.
Oh, you know, another nice thing about having this Hellbear Smasher, Death Throw, pretty sick for the Huskar and the Terrorblade actually. That's it's for those of you that may be unfamiliar. Death Throw is 60% base damage.
Top side, diving onto Fade here. He does get the spear, sends him back, but they have the damage thanks to the Broodmother. that will be a tier 1 tower.
It's the nice thing about the spiderlings. Even if you're behind, as long as you have a couple, you win one fight, you get the tower in one go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See, Huskar is working towards a Sange this game.
I think it's Sange Blink is the build, or you just go like it's typically armlet into Sange every time, and then you go for like a Blink dagger, or you opt for like more of a farm intensive build. You just go like Sange into, I don't know, S and Y or something.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think you're biding your time for the blink on the Mars as well, which will be a little bit since Mars wasn't having the greatest time in the lane versus the Undying. Still needs like 1,800 gold to get to the blink. But he's your main initiator. No one else can really do it. Huskar sort of with the blink, but at some point you just want like the Mars to go in first and set things up for you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are
Crystallis pretty farmed this game, going for the Mask of Madness into Armlet. This is the farming carry build. He's gonna get a blink so that he can start being active. That timing will line up with the other heroes. There's a good invis route.
Yeah, top side though, they do manage to find the kill, and Yamsun, he knows something's up. There's gonna be the disruption. And the rest of the heroes coming in, he is gonna have a little bit of an issue. Oh my gosh, that amp damage into the power shot.
That's a very good exchange for Mouz.
Dire's bottom tower.
How much did that power? That power shot did 815 damage.
Dire's structures are falling.
No, the power shot did 337 damage. Wind Ranger did the 814.
No.
Oh no, it just doesn't show on the thing. I see it.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
you're
the
right,
kill
you're
shot
right.
was the rest of it. It was amped so much. Wow, that's a good spell.
Very nifty versus the Huskar.
All right, at the moment, still, it's a much more quiet game compared to last time. I'm not that surprised from GamerLegion. I think they look at this and probably anticipate that they can just take this into the late game. Looks like Huskar is just going to go for the BKB, wants to fight. I don't blame him. They've got a pretty decently farmed Chen and Jakiro, but also props to the Mouse supports. They're actually hanging in there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Another
Radiant's
tower
bottom
down
tower
for
has fallen.
GamerLegion, making use of the Chen, which I thought might go a little faster. Maybe if some of the early skirmishes had gone their way, it would. See another
That's a very quick kill for Big Note. Yeah. Okay, mid one just dying to the summons here from speed, but they do manage to clean up the cluster.
He needs 1,000 more gold for his Ags. This is pretty solid timing.
Yeah,
Thanks
he's doing
to
really
the,
well.
Stacks from Yamich into some of these kills, 2, 1, and 2 on the Shadow Demon mid.
Dire are scanning.
Getting a kill here top would be great. The scan does connect. RCY will just jump right in, gets the silence, quick kill onto one. Now the question is if Fade can catch the Wind Ranger. I know the
Blink
Lotus
is on
Pool
the
got
courier.
picked up. Yeah, he's so close. TPing out. Fear does come out at the last second. Perfectly timed from Fade. Double kill for RCY. I mean, they don't really have the ability to go Roshan. It's only 15 minutes into the game. You gotta start addressing this Broodmother, I think,
Is under attack.
because she is really starting to take over this top side of the map, so it has to be the arena. Maybe catching him off
Now
guard
that
with
you
the
have
blink
Blink-
that's coming on the courier.
Yeah, now that you have Blink, you can do it. Without the Blink, it's kind of a fool's errand to be chasing a Broodmother in the jungle with no initiation. So I think it's fine. It was unavoidable, right? They beat her in the lane. They knew they couldn't do anything.
Oh.
Now they get her in the arena. Do you have the damage, though?
Beautiful. With Matt.
Just imagine that Brood had Grudge Bearer right there in the Macropyre. Tons of
Dire's
extra
middle
damage.
tower is under attack.
All right, that's a good kill with the very first blink on the Mars. They had just killed the Wind Ranger bottom, so they probably thought, you know, he doesn't have the blink yet. We're safe for a little longer, not knowing it was literally on the way as they kill the Wind Ranger.
Scanning.
RCY opting for the BKB before the blink. I think it kind of makes sense versus the lineup, especially the kill shot. You're worried about jumping in, going for a kill, and then just being deleted by disseminate plus kill shot. So he wants to play it a little safer with that BKB.
And the BKB timings on GamerLegion are going to be really powerful. I don't know if Terrorblade actually needs to build one this game. Like, realistically, he can just go kind of like your standard Terrorblade of like stats and damage and probably get away with it. Fade, I think, scouted on a ward there. Same with Big Gnome, so they should have a pretty good read of what's happening. Chrysalis gonna jump in. He's just out of range. Oh, man. They will know of the ward. They know it's on the other side now.
Yeah, they'll look in the area later when it's safer. Now it's not the time.
Not quite yet. BKB's done on RCY. He is ready to fight. They're bringing a bunch of heroes to the Twin Gate top. Terrorblade's in a little bit of an odd spot. He might need some help to get out of here. They will scout these heroes, though, with his illusions. And the Dire do scan. They will see the Broodmother kind of dancing in and out with that.
She has a Crimson Guard, so some extra damage block coming in for this fight, which could be a pretty early 5-on-5.
I mean, the Blink Arena, I feel like, is such a big problem for Mouz right now if he can find the right target. We'll see if he can do so.
You want to actually TP'd out of here, so if you start this fight...
You may only end up getting a Undying for this. Realistically, like, playing for... Ooh, okay. They find just an Undying. Ice Path off the mark. They drop the arena at the very end to secure it. I mean, this is to secure Tormentor, realistically.
Yeah, but the Undying's actually gonna respawn in time. There was some mistakes there. Fade blinked the wrong way. I mean, he didn't know, he had to guess. And then the Ice Path actually whiffed. So it'll give you Roche, and then you might have to fight for Tormentor, but at least you'll have the Aegis for the Tormentor fight. No Arena, though, which is one of their few lockdown abilities to actually let your Huskar do damage.
Blink Spear, the BKBs are out. Who have they found? It's mid one on the SD. He's already dead. The Shadow Demon's break, though, manages to catch RCY, but he's fine, able to walk away. The Hurricane pullback. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
they
kill shot.
Get the kill shot. Yeah, manages to find a target. That Tombstone, they need to clean this up and quickly. Fade is in trouble. Another kill shot comes through. Big Ice Path to disengage, but 3 are dead on Gamer as Roshan begins to move.
Unfortunately, that won't be enough to save Jakiro. Brood is plenty fast to get back here.
He might be able to... yeah. Dude, Yamich with these kill shots, just deleting these heroes.
I can't believe that worked out so well for Mouz. Immaculate Tombstone placement, and then being able to find an angle on the kill shot to take out the Huskar. It's really the only way you have to kill him. If you don't get him with the kill shot, no one else can really finish the job fast enough before he kills you.
This was, yeah, I mean,
Expected to get
so
sniped right here.
Perfect timing. And the Shackle that comes in here as well. Fade into Big Num, which Big Num's your Tombstone killer, right, on the Jakiro. And by the time they come out, Fade's lost 3/4 of his health to this Undying on the high ground.
Yeah, they just had so much decay spam, zombie spawning, everything going on while they tried to focus down some of the tankier heroes. Looked really good to start with the Shadow Demon kill right off the bat, but losing your damage sources pretty quickly just force everyone else to retreat. They will now go get the Tormentor for themselves. I think you'd prefer Chend to continue playing fast. You want him to get some of these big creeps. Oh, that was scary.
That was
Nice
almost the
attempt from
power
the-
shot.
Yeah, nice attempt from Wind Ranger.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start doing something to deal with this Wind Ranger's power shots. They do so much damage.
Ooh, this is
Right now, though,
cool.
very even game.
Speed is going for a very early Aghanims on the Chen. We usually only see this in the like ultra late game, 60-minute plus type Chen games. But he's identified, I just need to protect my team. How can I do that? With the
They're getting
Ags, they'll have to focus me.
They're scouting it
really
here
good
with the
at this.
Grupper, but they just take it completely. Checking just to make sure BKB works. It's fine. It does in fact work.
They don't know he used it.
Okay, can you explain to me how Chen is this farmed? Where is his net worth coming from?
Some of it was the Tormentor Shard he just got for free, but then some of it is the Hellbear we were talking about, right? It is what allows him to farm. He sends the creeps at the Broodlings, and he's been farming spiders, farming jungle camps, pushing lanes for the team.
I really didn't expect it to be such a good way of dealing with the Broodmother.
Yeah, I wonder, I forget the exact damage amounts, but I guess Thunderclap might be better than Hadouken.
Very nice find there from Fade, walking through, gets themselves a kill on a Celery, who sidelined for 40. And I mean, that kill just delays what they can get done with the Aegis. That being said, Yamsun's in a really aggressive spot topside right now, so I do worry a little bit for him.
Oh yeah, Thunderclap is 350. The Shockwave is 160. So maybe it's just, maybe he picked it to help deal with spiders, just run them in, clap. I think you can fight top. It just feels a little iffy because they did get the Aegis and the BKB is back up.
You don't have the arena either. He tried to go for a spear back there. Good heads up from Chrysalis to not get caught out of position there. I keep seeing SD and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's just it's a support, right? Like my brain sees it as a support, and then I keep forgetting this is mid one
Radiant are scanning.
Support.
with an Agnum Scepter.
Got his Ghost Scepter next to keep himself alive. It is the funny thing with the being a mid hero, but he still mostly functions through spells, so he doesn't really need to right click. It's fine if he uses this to keep him safe versus the Terrorblade, versus the Huskar. Even the Mars
the
has a lot of
mid lane.
physical damage.
Has fallen.
How long until arena? Okay, it's up. Fade comes in. Arena, it's caught mid one. The spear is out. They can't see him. They can't help him. Macropyre is down. Great shackle, but mid one, he's dead. The break here will be able to connect for the moment onto these two, but neither of them in danger of dying.
The line is drawn to push mid and bottom while they have the Shadow Demon kill. I think they know Crystallis is top, otherwise they would have taken that fight a little faster.
That is mid tier 2 that they're going to pressure with the tail end of this meta. All the auras from the Chen. The Alpha Wolf is here as well. Oh, spear back. Doesn't quite connect, but a lot of damage still coming through.
Crimson Guards and
Guard definitely delaying the push. Yeah, they're going to back.
Actually keeping this tower alive a lot better than I thought.
Wow, nicely done. Good hold for
I'm
sure.
surprised by that. I guess it's the opportunity cost. If you just hit the tower, you probably finish the job. If you try to get kills, which is arguably a bigger play because you'll get the kills and then you'll get the tower. But if you don't get the kills, then you get neither.
Yeah. As of right now, they still don't want to fight 5-on-5 into the Aegis, I think. All of their fights have been isolating a hero in the arena and then kind of backing away. So 1 minute left on the Aegis. Mouz, I feel like they need to force something.
26
BKB's
minute
almost
Ags
done on
this
Boom,
Chen.
though. It's done? The Ags is done?
Do we have stats to know what is the fastest Ags on a Chen? This is so fast.
That might be.
Radiant's bottom
I mean,
tower
I
is
don't,
under
it's
attack.
probably not the fastest, but it's got to be one of them. At least one of the highest net worths we've seen on a Chen in 26 minutes. Ags, Holy Locket mech, dude.
Radiant's
No one's
bottom
dying on
tower
Speed's
is
watch.
under attack.
Well, 10 people have died.
That's true. They do manage to get the mid-tier 2 tower. Again, just making sure to utilize that Aegis. About to be reclaimed, so... For the most part, they're farming very well on Mouz. After kind of a little bit of a rough start on the Broodmother, he's got the BKB, Crimson Guard, and the Orchid. And almost is level 18. This is just the way Broodmother works, you know? We talked about it. You just need to get that 6, you need a little bit of time, and you'll be
Radiant's
fine.
top tower is under attack.
I like Huskar is going for the Sange and Yasha. It's a normal item, but you don't always finish it. Sometimes you just leave it at a Sange. But I like picking up status resistance here, especially versus the Shadow Demon ult. Just reduce the amount of time that you're weak, essentially bringing it down about a second. Spear back misses. I think you can get that kill pretty easily if you land the spear, but you don't want to dive, so...
I don't think they want to commit the arena this time either. They've used the arena a couple times for solo kills, but I think
Is under attack.
now they want to save it for the larger targets like the Brood or the Shadow Demon.
Blink for Chen is the next item. I do think you need to use to get this if you want to use your ult quickly. Believe it or not, I don't expect there to be very many Chen players in the audience. So if you're not familiar with it, the Chen Ags allows you to channel a BKB effect, but it doesn't affect yourself. And it's only, I think 900, 800 radius.
This is a huge smoke.
So the issue is you usually want to be super far back as Chen, but then you're not close enough to help your teammates when you need to. Dude, this is so scary.
What a blink out. There is no way. RCY also get... Dude, there's no way they actually get out of this. An Amplify Damage Chrysalis who just got the Daedalus completed. Yamsun gets a kill on the other side. RCY hiding in the trees. He's trying to TP. He will not make it. He is definitely dead. That is a great find from Mouz.
Undying's already respawned as well, thanks to Ceaseless Dirge, so what can they do with this? Unfortunately, Roche is still dead, so Huskar will be up in time to fight for that.
Tormentor wasn't taken super early either, so Tormentor is not going to respawn in the next 30 seconds or so.
I guess you just take the space you get for this. I mean, in terms of scaling, I like Terrorblade in terms of the carry matchup, but you also have Broodmother who does a lot in the late game. I can't say I'm super familiar with the mid Shadow Demon scaling.
Ooh, they've caught Yamsun. Arena, Spear, catches. Can they bring down the Brood? No, Disruption. He'll have a BKB when he comes out. He should be plenty healthy here. He's just kind of holding for the time as the blink and stun, but here comes the effect. What a shackle! Instantly from Yamich, Speed just dies to the damage from this Dragonite, who apparently doesn't even need his ult. Forced asunder. Bignum just getting chased to death. They got nothing on the Cymer GamerLegion. What a fight. What a series of stuns coming out from the side of Mouz.
Unfortunately for Mouz, it's a medium duration respawn time, so they're not going to get Roche out of this. They do find the Mars, though, and so this should be one more kill for the road. He doesn't have a TP to get out anymore, so there he goes.
It's a full lane
in
of
the
back.
meantime, Brood and Dragonite working on the mid lane. Can you push? You can go for top. I don't think you can end the game here. I think it'd be too risky. So maybe you put the fear in them a little. No, okay, they're just gonna go for 2 racks. Huskar TPing back.
I mean, what can he honestly do? Goes in the BKB.
He's gonna go for Crystallis.
He's gonna try and get Crystallis. I don't know if he...
Big ice path.
Okay, huge ice path, but yeah, no one's dying. No one's taking damage. I think the game just ended.
With no Huskar buyback, do you try to end here? You don't have Dragon Form anymore. They're poking a little bit. It doesn't look like they want to risk it. Well, I say that. Okay, they're gonna try. They're poking, getting the spiders.
I mean, you have to get some crazy arena spear, but mid one was ready last time, able to go. Instead, they're gonna go in aggressively, and Chen dies in one auto attack from Chrysalis. Yeah, the game is just over. They can't mount the defense.
You have one more fight, I think. Or you're gonna try one more fight. Will it work or not? I don't know. But I think you either arena them out of your ancient, or you arena your own ancient for Huskar to respawn here.
I mean, they're trying desperately to get their hands onto anything, slowing down Chrysalis as he's on this Dragon Knight, trying to get away. But there's the arena spear. But guess what? He BKB'd it in time, and they instantly kill Fade. Mid one now chasing, gets the break onto the Terrorblade, and they will turn him right into the enemy team. BKB out from Boom. The team is dying so fast, and can they stop him? RCY trying his best to hold his ground, but they've got too much damage. Yamsun still barely alive. Boom now caught underneath the ice path. Are they holding is the question. The jump in.
They've done
They might have done it.
Oh, kill shot.
Oh my god, another power shot in from Yamich. Snipes another. 6-1 and 11. An absolute incredible game from him.
I was gonna say, if you hold this, I am pretty sure you get Roche. Now that your Huskar is dead, I don't think you can force it. We're gonna replay here. Fast BKB from Crystallis keeps him alive, and he has his Daedalus now, so he just chunks down the Mars. But this is where the fight gets a little bit messy for Mouz. This is the enemy base, of course. They end up focusing the Chen down, but
you have to.
Huskar is using his BKB to just finish Crystallis, and Yamsun is just free to attack that entire time. Boom chases maybe just a bit too far between all the slows, Jakiro, Scotty, everything. Can't skitter on out.
I mean, they've built a 12,000 advantage, despite what I thought game not over. We'll see if they can keep themselves in it, as nullifiers are queued up on GamerLegion here, as I feel like that might be their only way to secure some of these kills.
Speed run! Oh man, Crystallis was TPing into the outpost, but he didn't know who was there, so he actually blinked out to be safe as well.
All right. Roshan. I mean, that thing's dead so fast. The Dragon Knight is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. And now with the Broodmother here, no shot.
Fade was on his way, maybe thinking about trying to steal it. All right, this really got out of control so fast for Mouz, all off of one huge fight that I'm sure we'll see the replay of later. Now, all you do is stand behind this Dragon Knight, right? Just go get that last tier 2 tower, and then just let Dragon Knight and some spiders hit the final racks. I don't think you have to do anything else besides that.
Dire's bottom tower.
The only way you possibly lose is if you dive and then you start getting speared into the tower and Yamsun is free firing again. Because Yamsun is still relatively rich. He can do damage, so if you ignore him too much, he could slowly clean up heroes. But
Oh my god.
if you keep your distance, he has a hard time getting close enough to do that. Yeah, look at that. Just a sudden upswing. Speed have his blink. Saving his money for now, thinking about a nullifier instead. You do kind of need it this game, and the cores can't really afford to go out of their way for it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Mars had one queued up. I don't know if he is finishing it or not, but
Dire are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
it is time to start sieging this last lane of racks. Like you said, the blink, the spear back puts this Dragon Knight in a little bit of an awkward spot, but can they actually find the kill? BKB comes out from the Mars. The arena is down.
Ancient is under attack.
Hello?
So tanky.
Hello? Hello?
Dragon Knight is so
There we go.
tanky is what you're seeing. Or not seeing.
Okay. What is happening? Okay. We're back.
The tower is being chipped down by Dragonite and spiders. Mars found in the corner. I mean, he doesn't have arena now anyways. Last barracks falling low here. You're gonna have to take some kind of miraculous fight here. The miracles.
I guess
are
Mars
not
is dead. Boom. Jumping in. BKB comes out, saves him. Wind Waker. All right, that's kind of hype. Didn't know that one got picked up.
That's why they need the nullifier.
With Mega Creeps here and an Aegis, I don't think there's much left that you can do here.
No, unless you want to take a trip to the
That's a
fountain.
nice ice path. Dragon tail to hold down Yamsun. Can they actually find the damage? I don't know. The Crimson Guard's reducing so much. RCY was forced to BKB. Yamsun cannot really chase any further. Nice Manta dodge there on the shackle, but your base is falling low and quickly. Yamsun is dead. Oh, hold on. Chen comes in, gets the heal. Nice Thunder. They turn around. They take the Aegis. Can they keep it going? Another shackle. Beautifully done here onto RCY and Yamsun. Can they keep him alive this time? No. A buyback immediately into this game. They're turning their attention to speed. He's going to drive TP to the fountain. Can't happen.
They need the Mars spear back.
They need the Mars, the spears, the arena. It hits nothing somehow. I don't even understand. RCY goes in.
I think it caught illusion.
Puts Chrysalis up onto the high ground, but he doesn't care. He's so dang strong. The GGs come out. The throne explodes, and game number 2 will go to Mouz.
We're at the giant spinning wheel of wonder. You can go and save everybody. A lot of high potential impact plays for Yamish this game.
All right, well, let's see what
Impalement arts
they can get done as we head right into the rune spawns. Oh, whoa. He went blade form on Jug. That's surprising. Oh, wait, no, that is the right one. Okay, never mind. I thought that was the other one.
The other one is like spin damage or something, right?
Yeah, it's like your... I think the blade, like, it scales with like your... I don't know. It can crit or something? I'm not really sure. It's weird. It's great for like flash farming at times, but yeah, it's not that great though. RCY, mid invoker, excited to see how this one's gonna play out. Very fun and interesting hero. We don't really get to see it all that often. Fade and Bignum in the off lane on the Centaur, and Ringmaster versus Celery and Chrysalis on the Chen Alchemist. And he is playing for the lane on Celery. He's got the good old mana burn creep here, which is going to make things very difficult for Bignum.
A lot of damage can come out from this duo, especially as you get more creeps. So it's gonna be a bit tough for the Centaur, but it's a good hero for it, right? You just absorb creep waves, do a little bit of jungling yourself. I think we need to see a lot of stacking as well from both sides.
Look at the wave bottom. How is there this many creeps? Good old Tidehunter.
You don't want to lane directly into Juggernaut Jakiro. It's a tough lane, even as a tanky hero like Tide. So there's been some creep dragging. Yamich has another creep wave behind him. This is where things get a little messy. I think they should be able to meet this whole creep wave. Some are getting lost.
What is that one?
It's getting weird. Because wherever you leave the lane, the creep tries to go back to that spot.
Yeah. It's a weird one. Yamson's running straight at it. He's like, nah, I'm not letting any of my CS get missed. Overall, things looking pretty even across all of the lanes in CS, actually. level 2 on speed actually is going to be pretty difficult for the Tusk to deal with.
Uh-oh, finds a courier though.
Well, never mind. If he gets the courier, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, he's gonna get another. Oh, no.
Okay. That cannot happen.
No.
The first one is excusable. The second one with the boots is pretty rough.
I'm confused what happened because it looked like a returning courier. I think he got scared. I don't think he realized where the courier was and just like panic sent it back, and it actually went towards the Tusk. So that's definitely a really painful mistake to make. If you want to have any aggressive potential as Jug, you need the boot. And if you also want help dealing with all this creep dragging, you also need the boot so you can move yourself around the lanes and, you know, find the creeps wherever they may be.
Yeah, I mean, if he had boots, they could have potentially pressured for Yamich and killed him, right? Like, Yamsun is level 3. Yamich was level 1 at the time, so a little bit struggling to find XP since he is dragging so much, but it's all right. He gets the kill on the courier. He'll be having a good time going forward now. Boom is crushing this bottom lane. He has 5 denies on the Tide, which for now is just going to allow him to sustain this lane, and he's going to get to a point where Tusk doesn't need to be here anymore, and he can just hold this lane by himself. He actually might be at that point already.
Speed blocked off, but very tanky dragon here. 800 health, even at level 2. I think Yamich has played this lane really well.
He has.
Up to this point.
He's been playing this series pretty well. Even in the first game where they struggled, I think he did a good Sunstrike into a kill top lane. All right, that'll do it. First blood for RCY.
So tanked a fully channeled Tame the Beast from the Ringmaster. I missed how that happened, but yeah, that'll certainly get you killed off. Impalement Art doing percent HP damage is something Alex got to be careful of.
Dude, how many couriers is Yamich gonna get? He gets speeds courier a second time here, denying so much regen.
The funny thing is, Speed still has regen because there's been no actual laning. It's just creep dragging.
He's just now pumping Tidehunter's net worth. Second death on Chrysalis? Okay, that is gonna mean a long walk back to the lane.
And took the stomp into Tame the Beast. And then the Sunstrike with the stomp as well. So just a lot of raw nuke damage coming out against this strength hero.
It's smart. That's the hero you want to pressure. Like, he is going to be this kind of menace in the mid game. The longer you can delay the Radiance, the better you're off.
Yeah, when I said I expected RCY to like put on the pressure, I wasn't expecting it like through Sunstrike kills, 2 of them before 6 minutes. He's not going Spirit Vessel this game, by the way. He's actually doing the old Helm Dom build.
That's a nice snowball to bring mid one right on top of him. They do manage to get the Cold Snap, the Blood Grenade, tame the Beast. This might be enough damage. No, he'll survive thanks to the stick. Top lane is an Arcane Rune, and they need to deny this to that Leshrac, and I think it will be the Ringmaster to do so.
This is where the Urn build might have helped you kill that Leshrac there. But the Helm of the Dominator will give you more passive farming speed, which I'm a little surprised he's going for. But I guess that just means they feel fine. Like, they just want to go late, and they think they have the tools to hold through the early tempo from, you know, Chen, Tidehunter, Leshrac. And I suppose having a creep next to you plus the Forge Spirits is also a great way to keep yourself safe from Leshrac. Nowadays you do Misanthropy, and you really like getting a blink, finding kills that way, just bursting people down. But if you always have a tanky creep next to you, you are essentially cutting the damage in half from Diabolic's Edict.
So bottom lane, like we mentioned, Tidehunter, eventually you just leave him alone. Once he gets to like level 4, you really can't do anything to this hero. Not with Jug and Jakiro. So Yamsun also relatively being left alone. We'll see how that's going to affect his Battle Fury timing. But for now, kind of just a stalemate in the bottom lane. CS-wise, they're pretty even. What are we looking at net worth here? Who's sitting at the top?
Despite the deaths, it's not too much surprise that Alk is at the top, but not as much as he would like to be. Oh, Omni Slash being used to stay alive, but there's the
Good
snowball response. At least you stay alive. But now you got to be careful with no Omni Slash on the Jug. And due to all the weird creep shenanigans that happened in that bottom lane, Juggernaut did miss some last hits, so a bit behind this Alchemist. No, Alchemist
Did you manage to
twice.
Yeah, RCY actually just managed to clear a pretty massive stack there on the hard camp. So he is really farmed, and they scan it. They're coming to check it out, but it's already gone. That meatball doing a lot of damage. They're smoking though. They're going to look for RCY. Feed here to break it. They are bringing a lot of heroes into the mid lane, and it's just going to be a dead Jakiro. Ice Path does come out, but plenty of heroes here to find the kill. Being said, they're not going to go down without a fight here in the mid lane. They do want to contest this. Mid one trying to just chase down these creeps. They do manage to take down the tower. Or I'm sorry, the ward. But Fade's Helm of the Dominator is just running down celery.
Got Stampede, but it doesn't seem like they feel pressured to force the play. They're happy to just defend the tower, slow things down. Especially because I think you'd like to use your abilities top to get this Alchemist, right? That's what you're scared of. The other heroes are regular heroes. It's the Alchemist getting out of control with a fast Radiance that would really be the problem. So if you can kill him instead, it's your best.
I think that's definitely what you want to commit your Stampede for. Crystal is actually about to self-stun here.
Self-stun?
The question is, will they find him? Yes, they will. The Fear don't actually manage to catch him for the moment, but the damage isn't going to be enough. His ult will expire. Blood Grenade on the money, but there's a snowball. Chrysalis will live on just, like, 5 HP? Is that what that was?
Just about. A little bit of a miss from Bignum there. If he knocks the Alchemist to face his Wheel of Wonder, I think they get the kill. But he was trying to channel up long enough to also have enough damage. So I get it. It's like, you gotta choose which one you think is more important. But unfortunately, that means Crystallis will live. And now with his ult going, it's like he was never bothered at all.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate misplacement of the wheel. He really did have the ability to block that off and get the kill there, but first Wheel of Wonder of the game, he'll shake it off, see if he can do it, get him next time. But for now, that's great for Alchemist. Not only did he live, but he ends up getting a kill on Jakiro, and he is back to full HP, which is, kind of standard for the Alchemist.
Pretty impressed that RCY is not far behind the Alchemist. Invoker's not really known to be a fast farming hero.
Helm of the Dominator, baby. It's pretty nuts, the Helm of the Dominator build with the Exort, because you eventually get the other Forge Spirit as well. Did Yamsun get the bottom tower?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's down.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so while Boom was rotating, Yamsun did just push that bottom tower. Managed to finish. Mid one, there's going to be his blink reveal. They do manage to get the meatball stun, but another beautiful snowball coming through. Stampede trying to connect. They really want mid one, but there's going to be the Ravage. Yamsun able to dodge it for now. Can he get the kill, though, is the question. Just continuing the chase. Does have an Omni. He will use it. It goes back and forth, but they do manage to find the kill. Now Yamsun's in way too deep. He will die for this one. Chasing for more. Geared back forth. Fade. Needs to be a little bit careful. Out of resources, but they will bring the Jakiro back to the mid lane as there is an amplified damage rune spawning. They really want this tower, but boom, making them work for it.
All of this is space for the Alchemist. He's free farming. The Radiance will be done in just a moment. Another great snowball save from Yamich here. The Meteor comes in. They even have the creep to stun. That probably would have killed him.
Yeah,
with like
it
another
would have done a lot.
spell. But instead, it's a full health Leshrac that Yamson tries to chase down. I can't tell if it's lucky or unlucky. He bounces back and forth, so they do end up killing Leshrac, except that it goes to Bignum. But it forced you, it took so long, you ended up pretty deep onto the tower and then died to tower plus Diabolic Edict anyways.
Yeah, mid one is having a great game on the Lesh now. Really, really starting to put some pressure. It's also not just farm for the Alchemist. Celery has been just jungling, and he is really starting to pull away from the other supports, and that's where a lot of this net worth lead is becoming a problem. Already up to 3K here at 13 minutes, and you have to worry about that 20 to 25 minute timing. Mouz are going to be looking at your high ground.
See if they can get this super farmed Chen.
Oh, Bignum in trouble again, caught out, just cannot live long enough. Yamich in pretty deep, great deafening blast here. Yamsun also, oh no, RCY's creep gives him an out. What a snowball here. Really nice ice path though. What? Yamsun, you're on the wrong target. I mean, he literally just walks away. Okay.
Yamich is on
Jump
fire.
in.
Now Yamic's in
Yamsun.
trouble here.
Did he have Omni? He does, but does not manage to cast it. Yeah, mid one will get punished for this one.
Okay, still enough with the right clicks.
That, oh, hello Fade with a haste rune. How are you? Sunstrike, a lot of damage, but the kill will go to the Centaur.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh man, your Juggernaut cannot afford to be dying like this. It's a 15-minute Battle Fury, man. That is so slow.
The idea of if you can get the Battle Fury close enough to the Radiance, you can kind of keep up, but the Radiance has been done, and he's already farmed another 2,000 gold. Kind of deciding what he wants to get, but it does look like Yasha and Sanj are queued up.
Dude, such good micro there from Celery. While he was dying, manages to completely control the Ringmaster. And then that snowball from Yamich. This guy's been on point with these. Yeah, this is a death that you can't afford.
Yeah, they at least wrap up the kills eventually, but at some point you need the Juggernaut to kill the Alchemist. And if he's under-farmed, you're just not gonna have that damage. Like right now, they got some kills with the spell damage, but that's gonna drop off as Alk gets tankier and tankier, and he starts healing through everything. That's part of why he gets the Sanj first, is to boost his health and health restoration.
Okay, they're trying to go for the Tide, but... Okay, we missed another Ringmaster ult, unfortunately, but still at least gets the damage from it.
Did he miss?
I mean, this is
I thought he
hype.
dispelled it.
Dire's top tower.
Can you?
I thought you couldn't dispel it, but it seemed like he dispelled it. Maybe he did miss. Maybe he walked past it instead of...
Yeah, I think he was landed on the other side of it with the tornado, but either way, still manages to walk away. Chrysalis top lane here, ult about half time. Ooh, a little bit off the mark there with that, and Speed now kind of on his own here. Oh, is he to kill mid one? Very close. Sunstrike off the mark though. Now looking for Fade. Has Stampede, but no mana to use it. We'll see if he can survive. They're going to chase in. There's the Ravage. Does get thrown. Connect here onto the Centaur. Blade Mail's out. That's going to be a lot of damage in from the Invoker. Plus that Omni Slash. They get the kill. Yamsun now with the Blade Fairy trying to run, but he's stuck underneath the Edict. Now stuck inside the Shards. Again, the Juggernaut will go down. I think the Alk was dead without his help.
I think it's tough to know for sure. Ooh, yeah. He's like barely walking by it.
It does dispel it. He is
hypnotized there for a
hypnotized.
moment.
Okay, so it is
So what's
dispellable.
the part that's not
Interesting, thank you.
dispelled? I guess it's the damage? I don't know
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was.
that would make sense. Very nice hand of God there. I mean, so here's the thing, like, Chrysalis commits in pretty heavily for this. I thought for sure he was just gonna die to the meatball, but Juggernaut going in, putting himself in danger.
I mean, it was kind of close. I don't know. I kind of get it why he goes in, but yeah, once you end up dying, it's technically worth to a degree that you guys killed the Alk and lost the Jug, but losing the other heroes means Mouz maintains control of the game. Now gonna go ahead and get the Aegis, so you can throw all your spells you want, kill the Alk. You're not gonna be able to do it a second time.
You can tornado meatball this for a lot of damage if they can time it. In comes the stun.
The greatest combo in the world.
The fear, the hypnotize. They're doing so much work here. Can they bring down Boom stuck inside the macro pyre? But it's gonna be mid one on the Leshrac that's cleaning up instead. Everyone's gotta run. The one time you need your Jug, he's not here. Speed on the run. Boom. Trying to chase after him. Should be able to do so, and with this, a big one fight here for the side of Mouz. It looked great for a moment, but that is a huge disaster for GamerLegion.
Yeah, this is where Dota is just a game that can slowly snowball out of your control. The combo was so good there. If Invoker had his Ags, which he was 600 gold away, complete team wipe. If maybe you had a couple less auras on the side of Mouz, for example, the Mech or the Solar Crest don't exist, the Pipe and the Vlad on the Tide, right? If they were having slightly worse games, then you also wipe them. Instead, it looks like Jug gonna be found, and there's actually a Sentry here that sees the Invoker.
There's Fade here on the Centaur. Nice tornado. A stomp as well. Ice Path, everything trying
Radiance
to slow them down to get RCY away. But the Radiance, Sunstrike as well, everything. They finally get him. No, he's still alive. Oh my goodness. Can they kill this Alchemist?
The only one doing
they
well.
will finally get him. But that is just an Aegis, but it's enough to bail out your Invoker. Stampede from Fade will get the rest of the team away, but Yamich is here. He will go ahead and find the Jakiro. Meanwhile, while all this was happening, Juggernaut dying bottom to the Leshrac.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's not good. That is not good. Such an impossible mission somehow working out to save RCY. But you gotta just be farming to catch up on the meantime. Great play from mid one to punish that, and how to get another kill here onto Bignum. The Ags, they've got the money for the Invoker Ags, but the Courier got killed. He didn't spend the gold yet, so if he can make his way over there, he can buy it. I think that's your final window. Like, if there's a comeback, it's on RCY's back. They need to somehow get the, big stuns into Cataclysms to get some back-to-back kills. Oh, no.
Okay, nice. Nice use of the Blade Fury there to TP out, but they are on your high ground. They don't even need Aegis. They are just gonna sit here behind this Alchemist. Fade has a TP, a blink option. In comes a Cataclysm. Do they have the damage? They don't. There's no Wheel of Wonder. And now your Centaur, he's in deep. Dead in the water, just keeping him locked down. The self-stun from the Alk won't connect. They at least prevent it. There's the Ravage. Here finally comes the Wheel of Wonder. That's gonna be enough, I think. Chrysalis, no, he still lives. It's 3 dead on GamerLegion, about to be a 4th. The whole time your Jug was running back to the base, and you're gonna lose Fade now.
I mean, they might not literally end the game here, but I think they have essentially won the game there. This will be the barracks. You can go straight to top lane. Bottom is pushing in, so someone could go over there, finish that tier 2, and you can just wrap up megas, right? It'll take you time to actually end the game, but I don't see... Like, that was the Cataclysm reveal, and it didn't do it, so it's only going to get harder from here.
That's going to be 2 full lanes of racked. I mean, Omni Slash was used. I don't know when or where, but it's on cooldown.
Abilities were used, huh?
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Doesn't seem to have been enough. Mouz headed down bottom. There's one more outer tower left. No reason to back out. Like, Roche is miles away. You're so strong. They've got to know it. Matching game one, where they were losing 1K a minute. Mouz returning the favor here. 23,000 gold lead at 23 minutes.
Boom like knows exactly what type of move they can be making and is just walking at them, knowing that he is absolutely unkillable.
He does not care. Just go ahead. Jump me.
Oh, Lesh and Tusk are smoked in the base right now, trying to find a wraparound onto anyone over there. That being said, will they? Sentry comes down. They find the Invoker. RCY, he cannot afford to die, but he's dead for 50 seconds now. And on the other side, there's smoke. It gets popped by Celery, but there's nothing there. And yeah, you're dead.
Killed so quickly as soon as Omni Slash ends.
Has been killed.
Oh, they're TPing home. They want to get Big Gnome and Fade. They know they're trying to creep cut, try to drag this game out. Mid one says, no thank you.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, that should be it. I think you just go and finish the last barracks. Everyone has been hanging on to this group stage. They've been giving it their best bet to defend. It's looking real hard here, but I respect the grind.
Fade trying to kill mid one with Blade Mail, but yeah, not gonna happen. Tusk there with the snowball, not only to save him, but there's your GG. This one's over, an immediate disconnect. Yeah, that was a